everybody. I hope you're all having a great day. And we can now get started with our presentation. And as Carly mentioned, today we'll be talking a bit about sleeping apps. So first, to go over the topics that will be covered in today's webinar, we will be going over the origins and purpose of these types of applications, the pros and the cons, also the prices of different apps that are available, how to download those apps, and also how to use some of them. And to start off, I want to just briefly go over what sleep hygiene actually is. Proper sleep hygiene refers to good sleeping habits. It involves having both a sleeping environment and daily routine that promotes consistent, uninterrupted sleep. Research has shown that forming good sleeping habits is an essential part of full body health and well-being. Now you might be wondering, why is proper sleep important? Being well rested can greatly improve mood, overall health, and also your well-being. And a lack of proper sleep can contribute to issues such as daytime sleepiness or fatigue. You may be having trouble focusing or having poor mood or changes in your mood, as well as deteriorating mental health and even lower immune system defenses. So for these reasons, it's really important to be on top of our own sleep and being healthy. Next, the purpose of sleeping apps. Many people use sleeping apps, as well as trackers, to better understand what happens when they are asleep. They can help you to set better bedtime routines and get a better look at how much sleep you are actually getting each night. And sleeping apps are able to provide personalized advice for better sleep, keep automated sleeping journals with accurate data for you personally, as well as provide you with a smart alarm that will wake you up when your sleep patterns are at its lightest. So what are the pros and the cons? To start off with some positives, these apps may help with bedtime routines. It may also help to detect sleep disorders because sleep apps have accurate metrics, which sleep specialists can use to assess sleep issues in their patients. So it's a really great tool to use to then provide information to your healthcare provider. And it also may help you feel more alert and awake when you wake up in the morning. So it will help you have more energy in your day-to-day life. Then for the negative aspects, not every single app is 100% accurate all of the time. There may be some orthosomnia that is encouraged by these apps, which is an unhealthy obsession with getting perfect sleep. And some people prefer not to sleep with their phone next to them, which is mandatory. If you're using these apps, it must be very close to your face or your bed where you're sleeping, and it may worsen insomnia in many cases. The first app is called Sleep Cycle, and this has a cost of $39.99 per year if you have the premium version. And the Sleep Cycle app tracks your sleep patterns through the usage of your phone's microphone. It listens to the sounds of you sleeping and analyzes them using its machine learning. To the right, you can see an icon. It's orange. This is what the app looks like. Now I will be going over how to use the Sleep Cycle app. The first step is to download the Sleep Cycle app on your device. So you can either go to the App Store if you have an Apple device, or you can go into the Google Play Store if you're on an Android device. For the iPhone version, there are 4 tabs, including Alarm, Statistics, Trends, as well as Settings. And you can explore each of these sections and get different features from all 4 of them. In Settings, you can choose an alarm, sound, and set snooze options, as well as a 30-minute period you want to wake in. So this is part of the smart alarm that they offer, which doesn't just wake you up at one specific time, but will allow you to wake up during a certain period of time in order to have the best possible amount of energy and best possible day that you can have. The next step is each night after using it, it creates a summary on the statistics page, including a hypnogram, bedtime, wake time, and total average sleep time. And you're able to go see all of these statistics in this specific section. In the Trends tab, you can review your sleep quality for various periods, such as days, weeks, and months. And it also offers a comparison to others in your country, as well as the countries with the lowest and highest sleep qualities as well. So you can get a broad understanding of the way that you personally are sleeping and how it relates to others as well. But an important tip, since Sleep Cycle has a very heavy battery drain, as it's constantly recording you over the period of the time that you're sleeping, you want to remember to keep your phone plugged in or else it may die and you won't have it for the next day. Now, some positive and negative aspects of the Sleep Cycle app. Firstly, a positive is the overlay of audio recordings on the Sleep Cycle graph for better interpretation. So because it is recording the sound of you sleeping, it can have some really great ways of understanding what different sounds mean. And it's also able to identify a variety of different sounds, including coughing, talking, snoring, and a baby fussing as well. And I think that sometimes it can even pick up on teeth grinding as well, if that's something that is an issue for you. And the negative aspects, firstly, the lack of in-depth analysis of sleep compared to other applications. You may need to manually start and stop sleep tracking. If you click start, sometimes it might accidentally stop as well. I've had personal experience with it, so it's not always 100% effective. And also there are poor descriptions of different tracking metrics, which means that it's not completely reliable. The next application that we're going to be going over is called Sleep Score, and I will also be going over this in the live demonstration at the end. So if you're interested in this one, you'll be getting even more information on it as well. So firstly, it is either free or $7.99 per month if you pay for the premium version. And I will also be going over the difference between the free and the premium version as well. It is available on Android and iOS, and ResMed is the developer of the Sleep Score app, and they have studied sleep for over a decade to provide expert advice and sleep insights. So it is known as a very reliable application to use. How it works. In order to use the sonar technology, you must leave your phone plugged in, above mattress level, and with the base of the phone pointed towards you. So as I mentioned earlier, you want to have the phone close to yourself while you're sleeping, and the app formulates a sleep score to attach an objective number to your sleep quality, which helps you when you're setting goals for better sleep, and also when you're comparing between different days or different months. So it's really great to have a numerical value to understand your improvements or what you need to work on. Now the differences between the free version and the premium or prime version. The free version includes many features, which is great because a lot of apps actually do not include this many features for just a free version, but they have sleep tracking, smart alarms, goal setting, light and sound monitoring, bedtime reminders, sleep scores, as well as a 7-day sleep history that you can look at. And then the Prime version or the premium costs $7.99 a month, or you can pay $49.99 a year after a 1-week free trial. It gives you access to unlimited sleep history tracking rather than the free version, which just gives you a 7-day sleep history. It charts to visualize your sleep patterns, sleep coaching, and also a doctor will give a report that will point out concerns in your sleep that you can bring with you to your medical professional. There are also some pros and cons to this application as well. One positive is that it uses sonar technology to track your sleep. And it can also sync with wearables such as Apple Watches, which can enhance the quality of the data that is collected. It also provides clear analysis of sleep patterns in an easy to understand way with the sleep score that they provide as the numerical value. It also measures light and noise level in your bedroom to determine optimal conditions for sleep. So it not only tracks your sleep, but it can also be very effective in actively improving your sleep hygiene. Some negatives include that you must start and stop the tracker for accurate tracking. Similar to the other app, Sleep Cycle, you have to turn it on when you're going to bed, which can sometimes be hard to remember to do. And also, reviews state that it does not function as well on Android-powered devices compared to the iOS devices such as iPhones and iPads and iWatches as well. The next device that we'll be speaking about is Apple Watches, which can cost anywhere from $199 and above, depending on the model as well as the currency. The sleep app on the Apple Watch can be used to create bedtime schedules. These can include a sleep goal, what time you want to go to bed or wake up, an alarm, and also when to turn on sleep mode. So if you already have an Apple Watch, this can be a really great tool that you can start using that's available to you. Now I will be going over how to change or set up wake-up alarms. In order to set up sleep on your Apple Watch, you want to open the app, which has this icon, the blue circle and the bed, and follow the on-screen instructions. To change or turn off your next wake-up alarm, tap Wake Up Time, turn the digital crown to set a new time, and then tap on the check mark. If you don't want your watch to wake you up at all, you can simply turn off the alarm. Note that the changes that you make only apply to your next wake-up alarm, after which your normal schedule will resume. So if you want to make permanent changes, you'll have to actually change your sleep schedule. Next, how to change or add a sleep schedule. Again, the first step is to open the sleep app, which is the blue icon with the bed on your Apple Watch. Then you want to click on full schedule, and then you want to change a sleep schedule by tapping the current schedule. To add a sleep schedule, tap on Add Schedule. To set the days for your sleep schedule, tap the area below Active, On, and then choose days, and then tap Done. To change your sleep goal, tap Sleep Goal, and then set the amount of time you want to sleep. To change wind down time, you want to tap on Wind Down, and then set the amount of time you want sleep mode, which turns off the watch display and sets it to Do Not Disturb, to be active for before you're going to bed. A quick note on this is that wind down time is recommended by many specialists because it is really good for you to avoid looking at screens right before you go to bed. So this might be something to think about, and it's a very important feature of this application as well. Then to remove a sleep schedule, you can tap Delete Schedule at the bottom of the screen to remove an existing one, or tap Cancel at the top of the screen to cancel creating a new one. Click here to watch a video on how to use Sleep for iWatch, or you can also additionally click the link below to watch a past webinar on iWatches, and you'll be able to click on these hyperlinks once you receive a copy of the presentation. We have gone over a few different sleep apps that are available and many of the ones that are popular and most well known, but there are also some other great additional ones, such as Sleep Plus Plus, which is free for iOS. And you can see to the right, the first screenshot is taken from this specific application. It shows different data regarding your sleep. You can look at examples such as this person on Thursday. You can see that they were sleeping for 9 hours and 22 minutes, and it'll give you information like that. There's also Pillow, which gives many extra features. And lastly, there's also Prime Nap, which is best and top recommended for Android devices. And to finish off before the live demonstration, some more sleep hygiene tips that are very helpful as they come from the CDC on how to improve your sleeping habits. The first one is to be consistent. You want to be aiming to go to bed at the same time every night and also get up at the same time each morning. And this includes weekends. You also want to make sure your bedroom is quiet, dark, relaxing, and at a comfortable temperature. Thirdly, you want to remove electronic devices such as TVs, computers, and smartphones from the bedroom, both to help you during your wind down period, as well as avoid distractions while you're actually sleeping. You also want to avoid large meals, caffeine, as well as alcohol before bedtime. And getting some exercise is also recommended because being physically active during the day can help you to fall asleep more easily at night. And here are the recommended amounts of time for sleeping for adults. For 18 to 60-year-olds, 7 or more hours per night. 61 to 64-year-olds, 7 to 9 hours. And for 65-year-olds and above, 7 to 8 hours. And it has been identified that older adults tend to sleep more lightly, take longer to fall asleep, and sleep for shorter time spans than young adults do. Older adults also tend to wake up multiple times during the night for a variety of different reasons. Now I will be moving on to the live demonstration portion of the presentation, and I will be sharing my screen from my smartphone and showing how to get the app Sleep Score. There we go. Thank you, Carly. Okay, so the first step of getting an application onto your smartphone is to either go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. But since this is an iPhone, I will be going to the App Store. And from there, you can search up an app by going into the search bar. And you want to search up Sleep Score. And you can see that the top one that comes up is Sleep Cycle, which is another app that we talked about in the presentation. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I will be going to Sleep Score. So this is what the icon looks like. It's navy blue. And once you find it, you can click on Get. Since I've already downloaded it onto my phone, I can just click on Open, and it will take me right there. And when you first open the application, this is the screen that will pop up. You can see a few different statistics that they provide when you first go into the application, such as 60% fall asleep faster, 44% improve deep sleep, and also 21% of users sleep longer. So those are some interesting statistics that we can take away from the application. But to sign in, you can either sign up with email, you can continue with Google, continue with Facebook if you have a Facebook account, or continue with Apple. And if you're already a member, you can just click on Login. But I would like to sign up with an email, and I will just type in one of my email addresses, and I will put in a random password. You can continue by personalizing your journey. So you would type in your first name. You don't necessarily have to put your name if you're not comfortable with it, but nobody else will see it. And then you would type in your date of birth, and I will just say that I was born on a random day, and then you can put in your gender as well. And in order to personalize your journey using this application, you can choose a goal. And members who select a goal for their sleep reach their goal 3 times faster. So if this is something you're interested in, I would for sure recommend taking the time to see what you're focusing on. And there are a lot of different options, such as perfecting my sleep, sleeping longer, waking up less, and many other options as well. But if I really want to focus on recharging my body and you want to feel restored and have energy, then you can click on that one and click continue. And seem to just kick me out of the app, but that's okay. So after you've done your personal journey, you just answer a few more questions about it. you'll be taken to this screen here. And this is called the Go to Sleep screen. And you can navigate across the different screens that they have on the app by using the bottom menu bar. So there's the guide section, which is super helpful for figuring out how to use the app and getting tips and understanding more about the functionality of it. There's also the history section, which will show a 7-day history of my sleeping, the scores that it provided for me, and also some other information for the past 7 days. But since I haven't used it yet, it won't show anything. Then the Go to Sleep section, and the solution section as well, and the settings. So to go over a bit of a deeper introduction to this section, the guide section, you can see your sleep score in the center of the screen right here. And you can also access the personalization by clicking on Tell Us About You. You can click on it, and then you can complete the different sections of the survey that they have. Because I didn't get to complete mine, you can give them more information about you, your sleep, your health and well-being, your bedroom environment, the sleep concerns that you may have, and also other information that they've categorized as miscellaneous. So this will help you to have the best possible experience with the app by personalizing it as much as possible. So whenever you have time to do that, you can do that if you want to. You can also click on Explore Library, which will help you to look at the resources that the Sleep Score Labs provides you. And they believe that knowledge is power. So if you enter the library about sleeping, you can learn more about sleep hygiene and healthy living habits as well. And we have already chosen a goal, so it will put a check mark there, which is great, but you can also change your goal if you ever have decided that you want to work on something else. Then you can see that there's a feed here, which helps you to see small announcements and little messages that the app will send you, especially as a new user. This might be helpful. For example, they want you to read more about soundproofing your bedroom, if that's something that might help you. So there's lots of great resources on this page. Then the history, nothing will show up until you've actually used the application. And in the Go to Sleep section, this is where you will go when you're getting ready to go to bed. You can click on Alarm in order to set an alarm. It automatically is turned off when you first begin using the app, but when you're ready, you can click on the toggle and you can switch it to on, and you can decide what time you want to get up at. And it will give you a smart alarm window, which is the amount of time that it will wake you up in, the time period. So it might not wake you up right at 7 o'clock, but since I set my alarm for 7, it will wake me up in the 15-minute time period before and after that time. So it automatically sets to 30, but you can change it. And then you can also change the volume and the alarm sound as well. You can also click on Log Your Day in order to put in information about your day that you had. And you can also connect your health app on your iPhone to this application. But if you don't want them to have any of your personal information, then you can just click on No Thanks. It is just recommended so that they can understand better your exercise level and any activities you did that day. But you can log your day. You can log in information such as the amount of caffeine you've had, alcohol, exercise, stress levels, and how tired you are as well. So this will just give them a better understanding of how your day was. And then there's also the sleep sounds, which allows you to have sounds for falling asleep. If that's something that helps you, you can have a variety of different ones that they have here. You can click on them. Then you can also click on Start Tracking. If I was about to go to bed, I would click on this and then put my phone to the side. And also you want to connect to a charger to start tracking. Then this section is very helpful for finding sleep solutions to many problems that you may be having. There are quick tips, a bedroom check that you can do to ensure it is the best possible environment. It can help you find products that enhance your sleep, such as sleeping masks and other things like that. You can message with a sleep coach if you have the premium version. Then you can also click on Do I Snore, Sleep Screener, and Sleep Report as well, which will give you more information. You can go to the sleep library as well, and you can scroll down to see more things relating to sleeping in a smart way, the product recommendations, and you can also see other products that they recommend by scrolling down. And then the settings section just has your email address, and you can make edits to your account and profile. And also you can get help. And specifically, I want to draw your attention to the how to use the app section. If you click on it, it can be a very helpful way to quickly just scroll through to learn how to set it up and use it. So if you're ever having any trouble with it, you can always go to this section to learn how to better use the application. And that concludes the live demonstration. We will now be going into breakout rooms to have a further discussion.